Hello, family and friends. Good morning. Let's talk about blood group and rhesus factor. What is blood group? Is the classification of blood type based on the presence or absence of antibodies or inherited antigenic substances on the surface of the blood. So there are four blood types. We have blood group A, B, AB, and O. AB is a universal recipient, while Group O is a universal donor. Universal recipient in a sense that blood group AB receives blood from all blood group types, whereas universal donor blood group O donates blood to all the blood group types rather. What's the importance of knowing your blood group? Nowadays, when going to school, they'll have to ask you what's your blood group. You have to mention it as one of their medical checkup. Then, when you're about going for blood transfusion, you have a condition that will warrant blood transfusion. You have to know your blood group. Although grouping and cross matching will still be done, but it is essential for you as an individual to know your blood group. Then, let's come to rhesus factor. What is rhesus factor? Is an inherited protein that is found on the surface of the blood, of the red blood cell rather, because we have the white blood cell, the plasma, and the platelets also. So this rhesus factor is an inherited protein that is found on the surface of the red blood cell of an individual. So it's either negative or positive. When you see a lab technician checking your blood group, when they give you a result, either they'll indicate positive sign or they indicate negative sign. This signifies rhesus factor. If a person is positive, that means the person has the rhesus factor. But when it is negative, the blood group type is negative, it means that the person doesn't have a rhesus factor. So is it a problem? No, it's not a problem at all to be either rhesus positive or negative, but it is important in a sense that it helps during blood donation or transfusion to detect the person's rhesus type before this procedure is being carried out. So if a person is rhesus positive, the person will not make rhesus antibodies, while those with rhesus negative make rhesus antibodies. What is this all about? When someone is rhesus positive, the person can receive blood from both rhesus positive and rhesus negative blood group. But when the person is rhesus negative, person can only receive blood that is rhesus negative. If not, there will be transfusion reaction which will lead to complications. Then another thing is to determine rhesus incompatibility during pregnancy. What is rhesus incompatibility? When the rhesus factor of two people are not in consonance, they are not similar to each other, there will be incompatibility. For example, if a mother is rhesus negative and she gets pregnant to a man that is rhesus positive, the fetus may tend to carry the father's rhesus factor, which is the positive, and the mother's rhesus negative blood will see this rhesus positive as a foreign body, as something that is coming to attack our own immune system rather. So it will form an immune attack towards the fetus. This does not likely happen in the first pregnancy because there is no exchange of blood between the mother and the fetus when the baby is in the uterus. But this happens during maybe delivery through CS or vaginal delivery when a portion of the baby's blood mixes with that of the mother, and this will in turn form an antibodies against the subsequent pregnancies. The first baby might be lucky that he or she will not have any complication, but the subsequent pregnancies, if the first pregnancy, if there was no proper intervention during the first pregnancy, the subsequent pregnancies, there will be complication to the fetus. So, what is the prevention? What can these people do? There is an injection known as ROGAM, which are being administered by experts. That's the doctors and the nurses. The trained, qualified doctors and nurses are the ones that administer these injections. This drug helps to prevent the reaction between that of the fetus and the mother during subsequent pregnancy. So, if a test is carried out and the mother is a rhesus negative and carrying a rhesus positive fetus, this ROGAM has to be given to prevent antigen antibody reaction between the mother and the fetus. But if the test is carried out and the fetus is rhesus negative, the fetus carries the mother's blood rhesus factor, which is negative. The baby will be safe. There won't be any complication. But to be on the safe side, ROGAM is always given at each time of pregnancy to prevent future complications. Thank you. If there is any question, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you. Bye for now. Bye bye.